Welcome everybody, Farm Sim Snowy here. In this video we're going to look at a new mod map release for Farming Simulator 19. This is Palmeira Das Missoes. This is by Marcello and Agro mods. It's 94.49 megabytes to download. The description in the mod hub says, map based on the Palm region of the missions in Rio Grande do Sul, southern Brazil. This map was created with a lot of affection and dedication to show players a little bit of agriculture in Brazil. Hope you like. It has 2 grain cells, sale of bales, wool and cotton, sales of milk and eggs. It counts with the sale of wood and wood chips. There is a mining company where you can get your limestone. Traffic and pedestrian system. There are many fields for sale, open spaces and forest areas where you can open fields. It has 3 more cultures than the original game. Black beans, rice and sorghum. With sorghum you can make silage or grain spoon. Thanks, have a good game. So let's go and check it out. And here we are. This is where the game starts you off in all 3 modes down here. Let's have a quick look at the map. So we're currently down here with the shop area. This is the map with some very interestingly shaped fields, as you can see. No square ones on here. I'm in new farmer mode like I do all my map tours, and interestingly enough, you don't start with anything. No land, nothing. There's no farmhouse on here, no sleep trigger, there's no silo or anything like that. So down in this area where we are, we have the shop icon, which you'll see in a second. I'm a little bit in 2 minds about this map. There's a few things that I think, really, and then I think, oh yeah, that's quite smart, but we'll have a look round. So in this area we've got chickens just here, we've got pigs here, cows here. This is where all our equipment is, under a shed, which again we'll look at in a second. And then up here we've got horses and we've got sheep, like so. So we've got all the animals in game, standard animals in game I should say, already on the map and in place, but we don't own anything. But you can buy this area here. Now, although the cow pasture symbol and the pig symbol appears in this area, I don't think if you buy this area it's not going to actually buy the land that those animals are in. So this area is 61,000 to buy, which will be for the chickens. It's quite sparse, we'll have a look in a second. So you've got the option to place things down. Now I came on here earlier and tested a couple of things, and it let me put animals in all of the pens without owning them. So technically you don't really need to buy the land, but just so you know, this area here is coming up with the chickens. Then this is the pigs, because that is roughly where their pig pen is, so that's 14,000. And the cow pasture is all this section here, because they literally roam through all of this. It's quite a huge pasture. That's 319,000. The horse paddock is 138,000. Again, quite big. They roam all the way through there. And the sheep next door, similar sort of size. They roam all through there. That's 157,000 to buy. Field prices vary because there are some big ones on here. This 925,000, 17,483, 14, 1.1 million. Let's pick a small one. 11's only 65. I think there was a block of 2 over here. 25 and 26 together, 678. This one over 1 million. Now there is like a outside of the map, if you want to call it, which takes all that in, and that costs 4.3 million, so quite hefty to own that area. And I thought, well, that's not an issue, people aren't going to be too worried about that. But there's your BGA, comes in that area, so it's going to cost you 4.3 million just to own the biogas plant, which is a bit upsetting. As far as I can tell, there's only one forestry area, which is here, and that's 125,000 to buy. There is all trees scattered through these bits, which is obviously part of that whopping hefty price tag, like so. But that's pretty much it. There's sell points dotted around the map, as you can see. And another thing that's a little bit which I said about, is there's not many tracks or roads to get to things, so we'll see in a minute. So I'm going to have to do probably quite a bit of cutting to bring you guys back in, so it's not me driving back on ourselves, you know, and go around the map. So if you wanted to come down here to Lacto Valley Dairy, you can't then go up sort of this area. There is a track that runs there and it stops, and then you can come down here, so you've got to come all the way back out to here. If you want to get to the animal dealer, you've got to come all the way down here, you've got to go back out the same way. So it's like that, and then these tracks go all up through. If you come up to the lime station, which is up here, you can't go anywhere else apart from back out this way. If you want to come up to the biogas plant, the only way in and out is there, because originally I thought, I always come onto maps and I find my best route round that I think is going to be the most convenient way, and I thought, well, that's not too bad, I can carry on up and possibly cut across there. No, that's not a track there. We could cut across someone's field, but it's not a track. So again, you've got to come out the BGA, and then you've got to go all the way up through here to get to these places. This is the only way in and out for valley grains, so it's a little bit driving around to get to places, which I know will annoy some people, but some people quite like that because they like the feel of having to drive somewhere to sell their goods. But that is the map. As it said in the description, there is custom crops, which is sorghum, rice and black bean, which you can see at the end there. There is contracts available on here, as you can see. So we'll have a little, actually we'll have a look at our equipment. Let's get out into the sun. So slot count and equipment is exactly the same across all three modes. So it's 257 slots out of 1299. If you want to sell everything everything off, sorry, you can get that down to 174 slots, which is very, very low. I mean, 257 is low. You don't start off with some bad equipment, to be fair. So this is what you start off with, like I said, in all three modes. You got a voucher N134, two Puma 185 CVXs. You got the Massey Ferguson MF Activa 7347S harvester. You've got a Star Ninja auger wagon. We've got a header for our harvester, 7.6 meters. We've got a seeder, and we've got a herbicide liquid fertilizer sprayer. So that is all you start off with, really, basically. There is no modded in things, but a couple of things I wanted to show you and talk to you about. Normal harvesters you can use to harvest all three crops, but you will need different types of headers. So corn headers, as you can see down the bottom, you will do your sorghum, and normal headers will do the other two crops, your rice and black bean. Now, where it says in the mod hub description about making silage, that's going to be the same as corn when you use a forage harvester. So although these first ones don't show any other symbols, if we come right to the end, these four here, so the two Kemper ones and these two at the end, you can see the sorghum symbol, and if you use them and harvest your sorghum with these, it will turn it into chaff. So because I tested it, so it's just the same as chaff in your cornfields. So I've no idea what grain spoon is, whether that's a PC thing or not, I'm not sure. So if anyone knows, please let me know in the comments. I think that is pretty much, no, it's not quite yet. Planters, let's get on to one where you can see all the symbols. Planters will do your sorghum and your black bean, and then your seeders will do your rice and black bean. So you've got to use sort of the two to get, you know, the main product. Right, out into the yard. As you can see, we started off underneath here, which I'm guessing is meant to be some sort of house, but like I said, there's no sleep trigger, so we, you know, you can place that wherever you want. It's quite sort of flat and open, this area. There is actually no shop building, which again I thought was a bit odd, but I mean, if you bought this area you could place some sort of building to simulate that. But there is your shop menu icon just there. We've got our chicken pen, which is there. They're free range, they run all round your yard. That will hold 400 chickens, so your eggs are going to spawn there. Your feed trough is just there, and your dialogue box is just there. 400 chickens, like I say. Just over here we've got our pig pen pasture. Up to the gate we've got a dialogue box. This will hold 300 pigs. That gate opens outwards, that would do. All the others open inwards. You've got your feed trough just there, and you've got your water trough just there. Now I do have a confession to make. I come on and I tested quite a lot of things, how many animals go in what, and the chaffing with the sorghum. I forgot to test the straw triggers on the pigs, cows and horses, so I do apologise, but it's going to be in here somewhere. It could possibly just be at the main gate, so I do apologise for that. Completely forgot. We've got our slurry for our pigs just there, and then we've got our manure pit just there, like so. If we run over here underneath the shed, we've got all our equipment, as you can see. It's all there. They've got these nice little fans on them, these sheds, which are pretty cool. And then over to this gate, dialogue box for your cows. This will hold 200 cows. See, that gate opens inwards, thank you very much. We've got, now these look quite similar, because I thought, oh, that's the water, where's the feed trough? And then I thought, oh, so I think that's the water trough, and that's going to be the feed trough. But you can see what I mean, they both look quite similar, so I'm not quite sure with that. Again, the straw trigger, I'm not quite sure, but it's going to be in here somewhere. We've got a slurry pit there, but you got a gap in the fence here, which is a bit makes the fence a bit pointless. And then right over the other side, which again I thought was a little bit annoying or a bit odd, I've lost it now, where is it? Right over there, look, is your manure pit. Now to get to that, you've got to come out here somewhere. So yeah, you've got to come out up this little track here, so we're roughly there. So you've got to come all the way out onto this main road and back in there. I mean, it's luckily it's not something you're going to be doing every day, but just one thing to point out. And obviously remember as well, you can put animals in all of these pens without owning them. So what I'm going to do is lease a pickup because it's going to be a lot faster for us. So I'll see you in a second. Right, let's go for a tour around. Like I say, I am going to have to cut a few things. So first of all, we're going to come down this track and we're going to visit Lacto Valley Dairy, and then I will have to do a little bit of cutting here and there. It's very open, bar the fences that surround the animal pens. I haven't come across any fences or hedges surrounding the fields. It's all pretty much open. I also haven't come across any traffic. Oh, there's a tree there. Any traffic or pedestrians, but it says in the mod hub that it's set up for that, so again, not sure about that. So as you can see, it is a bit of a drive to everywhere. And then that track just goes up to those trees there and just stops. I mean, I know you can drive through the trees, but that's kind of defeating the object a bit, and you won't want to be doing that with a tractor and trailer. A lot of the sale points aren't clearly marked up, so when you put the trigger up for Lacto Valley Dairy, it appears there, look, like so. Let's untag that. I'll show you. That is going to be for your eggs and milk, nothing more. So that's Lacto Valley Dairy. Now I'm going to cut back to me possibly up here coming out of the farm, I would have thought, because then we've got to come down and all the way into here to the animal dealer. So I will see you shortly, guys. Right, so heading out of this area, I guess you call it your main farm. Come along this track and swing a right. There's your manure pit just there for your cows. As you can see, it is very, very open. I don't know if you heard that then, but there's quite a few places where you can hear running water. There doesn't seem to be any water around. There is a little bit of water on this map, but some of the areas where you hear it, it's nothing there. Like here now, there's no water around us on the map, but I just heard that. Anyway, animal dealer. Just here, if you run up to this area, there you go. So it's just coming up with all the animal pens that are currently on the map. So we'll come back out. I won't cut this bit because we should get there quite quick. Hence why I got the pickup. So I'll try and floor it. Quite a lot of trees about as well, but I think a lot of them are in amongst the 4 million zone, and they're all different sort of types of trees as well, so you could have a little bit of a challenge cutting some of them down. So again, round here, and then to the right, this is going to be our sawmill, if I remember correctly. It is indeed. So you've got your timber, your lumber sale point just there, and then just round the back we've got this huge pile of sort of wood chips, and that's your wood chip sale point. So let's quickly show you. We did all this down to Lacto Valley. I cut back up to the shop. We came out we came down through here, animal dealer, back out up here into Lascus Duca. We'll come out, we'll come up to these two sell points. This one here, the Bell sell point, is an odd one, which you'll see, and just confirms what I was talking about earlier about it having a few bits like, yeah, okay. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking anyone that produces mods or anything like that, because I wouldn't even have a clue where to start. So, you know, in terms of that, it's fantastic what they've done. But sometimes you just feel, well, maybe they could have finished that off a bit better, or... So, you can see we're almost on it, and there's nothing here. So if we actually tag that up, there it is, that's your Bell sell point, because all we've got over that side is another sort of farmhouse sort of thing like we've got at our starting farm. So where that is actually, I'm not sure, but the other sell point over here is a little bit more obvious. And that is just tucked in under this little shelter area, just in there, like so. So as you can see, Agro Gaucho's Bells, that's up the top. That's obviously going to do your silage, grass, hay and straw. Bales all loose. And then we've got Cooperative Urbanos, which is one of your main sell points. Take your standard crops, potatoes, sugar beet, sugar cane, and all three of the custom crops as well. So from here we're going to come out all the way up here to the lime station, which again is a little bit of a drive. And it's a little bit strange as well, because those two Mercury maps that we had, which again were both Brazilian maps, the lime station, which was mining point as well, it was a lime mine, that doesn't make sense, but you know what I mean, was in that top right hand corner as well as this map. So that's a little bit odd. Excuse the trees in the way, but I can't really do much about that. I'll try and come down a little bit more so you can see. And again, it's a little bit of a track, and a windy track down to the buy point. I do quite like these cones that are put out though. It's kind of gives you a little bit of a challenge coming down, try not to hit them. Ooh, nearly had one. So if we come in under here, this is our lime station, your buy point for your lime, as you can see. Now again, I'm going to cut and I'll come back down. We'll just come out of this road and we'll check out these two animal pens. So again, I will see you in a second. Right, so coming back out of this road from our farm, on the right hand side we're going to have our horses and our sheep. So if I stop roughly in the middle, so just up to the gate, you got your dialogue box for your horses. This will hold 16 horses. And then if we come inside, we've got the feed trough, the water trough. Again, apologies, I didn't test the straw trigger. We've got a little bit of shelter space over there, like the one at the farm. And then next door, similar sort of scenario, we have got the dialogue box here. This will hold 250 sheep. Your wall's going to appear just in there. and then your feed and water troughs are just through there, like so. So from here we will go, we are here, we'll go straight up, we'll go into the BGA like so, and we'll check that out. Again, I found another issue up there which I'll show you. Look at the size of this cotton field though on the left. That's going to take you a while to do that. So there's some good sized fields. Again, the one on the right, look, sunflowers in, absolutely huge. So there's some of the water on our right, as you can see. And I've missed my turning, excuse me. Too busy showing you the scenery. There's a little bit of a slope going into the BJ here. So I'll get out on foot. This is going to be your tip-in point, like that. And I haven't tested it, but I'm guessing this is possibly your digestate pipe, because I can't, this is the issue I was on about. There's some sort of collision just here, won't let you go through. I can't actually see any other pipe apart from that one there. So I'm guessing that is probably your digestate pipe. You've got two bunker silos over the back there. But again, you can see this collision. As soon as you get near this sign, it just, yeah, not good. Right, from there we will come out, we'll go all the way back down here. I might even cut down to there, I'm not sure. We'll come all the way up and we'll visit this sell point and a fuel station just there. So it hasn't actually taken us that long to get around the map, but as you can see we've not come across any traffic or pedestrians, so I'm not sure what that's about. It just seems to be all open, nothing else around apart from us speeding along in a snazzy blue pickup. You can see all the trees in front of us. We're going to go through them in a minute. There's plenty of trees to come down if you wish. You've got some electricity lines in the middle of some of the fields, which is obviously going to give you a little bit of a challenge for harvesting. So straight up ahead of us we've got a fuel point just there, and again we've got one of these sort of house types. If we tag up that, there you go, it's going to show it there. So whether the bell one is the little you got to sell at the house thing, I'm not sure. So this is Agro knitting, which is going to be for your cotton and wool. And then all we've got left is Valley Grains, which is out here through the fields and down the bottom there. And that should be it. So right here I think. And then I think we need to go right again. And see, you can hear the water. There's no water around us, but it's just got that sound. Then into here, which is your last sale point, which is your second main sale point, which is just under there again. So Valley Grains, they will take all your custom crops, potatoes, sugar beet, and and the free custom crops as well. And I think that is it. That is Palmeira Das Missoes by Marcello, or it could be Marcello, and Agro mods. Hope you have all enjoyed the map tour. I finally got through the six that come out in 2 days. This was the last one, so I'm happy. Yeah, if you have enjoyed it, please give us a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, then please do, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos of mine. I've been Farm Sim Snowy. Stay frosty.